Computer. All right, welcome to the Team Butterfly Effect All Hands Call. It is the 9th of February, and thank you, Raina, so much for being here. And for anybody who pops on and watches recorded, thank you so much. I know that it's not always the easiest to take time out of your day to plug in for some training, so I appreciate you doing so. Just a couple pieces of news before we get started. Don't forget that this month right now there is a special going on with our Beachbody On Demand challenge packs, or any challenge packs in general that have that are $160 or more, that it's $50 off. So for Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, that's normally $160, people are getting it for $150. And so on. So there are more expensive challenge packs that people can save $10 on right now. So that is available. Team Cup is still going on. So hopefully you're getting your power hours in on a daily basis and inviting. So because you never know what's going to happen if you just take the time to reach out and invite someone to join you. Oh, and Brandy's joining with us as well. Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with today's presentation. I'm going to share my call. And today is not a community support call. Today is a coach training call. So I hope you can see my screen because I am going to be giving a PowerPoint presentation. So I hope you can see my screen. But Raina just disappeared. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. Raina, could you still see my... Oh, I don't see anyone. So I'm not quite sure if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but I guess I will just continue on. I'm going to take Raina. Raina, I just took you off mute. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can.
Okay, no worries. I don't have to see your face. If you want to put yourself off video, that's fine. I just needed to get a confirmation from someone that tech was happening on the other side. So, okay. All right. So, pull up our PowerPoint presentation. So today we're talking about the 5-step invitation process, because I follow these steps every time I invite somebody. So 5 steps to invite success. So what does that mean here? So we're literally, guys, we are inviting people to join our community, to join our coaching network. We're just inviting, period. So what we're inviting to isn't specific, but how we do it is the same every time. Or at least how I do it is the same every time. So I'm going to share with you guys my steps. So the first one is connect and invite. You may want to take notes, guys, especially if you have any intention of helping people with this business, because as Shalene Johnson likes to say, smart people take notes. So, and I know you all are smart. So, so the first thing that you do is step 1 is connect and invite. So how do you connect with people? Well, let's think, first of all, you can connect with people in the real world. Oh, what? It's not all done on social media? Yes, you can connect with people in the real world. So how do you do that? How do you connect with people in the real world? You put away your phone when you're out in public with people. So you avoid the urge to always have your phone on you, in your face, with you're out in public, and you connect with people. You make eye contact, you smile, and you talk to people. So that's how you connect in real life, right? And how do you, so when you connect with people in real life, well, what do? Like, in order to invite them, because I rarely invite people face to face, just because it's easier for me to be in control of the conversation if it is digitally. So what I do is when I connect with people face to face, I always ask them, are you on Facebook? Or are you on Instagram? Like, what's the best way to get in touch with you? If you're someone who really enjoys just connecting with people via email, maybe you ask them if you can have their email address. You've really enjoyed connecting with them. Can you get in contact? So, but for me, Facebook is always the easiest thing. Are you on Facebook? Let's be friends. So you send each other a friend request, right? So another way to connect with people, maybe you've connected with people socially already on Facebook, and you're trying to work your business primarily from Facebook or Instagram. So how do you connect with people? You become interested in them. That's how. People do business with people who they know, like, and trust. And the majority, I'm going to say that again. People do business with people who they know, like, and trust. So, how, when someone, like, when someone seems interested in you, that usually feels really good, right? So the best way to connect with people is to be interested in them. So you go to their Facebook page, you like and comment on what they post about. Um, you ask them questions about what's going on in their life. You take time to connect as a human, because your common humanity is what's going to cause them to want to do business with you. You being a Beachbody coach does not matter. Hate to say it, it's true. There are over 300,000 Beachbody coaches out there. People aren't going to do business with you just because you're a Beachbody coach. People are going to do business with you because they like you and they trust you. So how do you build those relationships? It just takes time. It takes time through connection. So commenting, liking on people's stuff, engaging on their pages, not always waiting for people to come to your page. So I like to say that when there's someone that you really want to be a part of our wellness community, whether it's because they're struggling and they have issues, or if you really want them to be a coach on our team because you think they would kick ass, or you just really like them, or for whatever reason, um, it's kind of like dating. I mean, think about it. Think about right when you're at the beginning of the relationship that you're in now, or if you're in a relationship now, or any of the past intimate relationships you've been in. How is that? How is that relationship built? It was built through asking each other a lot of questions and getting to know each other well and flirting with them, right? Giving them extra attention. It's the same way with doing business, is just growing and building relationships with those people. Okay, so once you connect and once you feel like you have some sort of common bond or vibe, or you, then comes the invite. So, what does an invite even look like? Well, an invite just looks like telling people what you're doing and then asking them if they would be interested in joining you. For example, um, hey Raina, I really enjoyed. Oh no, let me start over. I'm say I've been chatting with Raina back and forth for a while, and um, and I want to invite her to a challenge group. So maybe I would send her a message that said something like, "Oh my gosh, Raina, I was just on your page and I saw the unicorn necklace that your boyfriend just got you, and I'm so freaking jealous because I think I need one. Um, where did he find such a rocking necklace? By the way, I just wanted to let you know that I'm about to start P90X3 soon, and I'm looking for other people to do it with me. Um, have do you have any wellness goals right now? Would you be interested in learning some information about our online accountability group?" And that's it. Sorry about the barks in the background. My dogs have decided that there are dog killers in the front yard. Um, so that's it. You just ask them if they want more information, and that's it. It's a short couple sentences. So if they say they would like more information, by the way, let me stop, guys. And in my invite, I typically make it crazy uber easy for people to tell me no, because I never want someone to feel like they have to avoid answering my invitation because I've been super salesy. So say, for example, that invite that I just said that I was using for Raina, for example, honestly, what I would end with, would you like more info? And then I put in parentheses, by the way, if this is not something you're interested in, and I'll put in capital caps, no worries. I just really enjoy chatting with you, and I thought I would reach out and I thought I would offer. So I always let people know it's completely okay if you're not interested. Sometimes I even say, you will not hurt my feelings by saying no. I just thought I would reach out and let you know. So it makes it really easy if someone's not interested. Oh, he got my necklace at such and such. I love it too. Thank you so much. No, I'm not really interested in your wellness journey right now, but good luck with P90X3. It just makes it really easy for someone to tell me no, which I would rather someone tell me no than just ignore me, because then I'm wondering, right? So then if someone says, yes, I'm interested, I would like more information, step 2 is why. And let me pause there, because the common thing for us to do is when someone says, yes, I'm interested, I would like more information, what do? Oh, wonderful. And then we go and we vomit information on them as far as why we love the products and why we're enjoying it so much. But guess what, guys? Like, they just they were interested and you just vomited information on them. And guess what you just did? Whoop, you pushed them away. Okay? So the most important thing to do is then ask someone why they're interested. Because you don't know if they're interested because they have a wedding coming up next week. You don't know, or not next week. Hopefully they don't say it's next week. A wedding coming up in a couple months. You don't know if they just found out they have cancer. You don't know if you just have no idea. So you need to know why. Another neat reason you need to know why, friends, is people make decisions based on their emotional status and they justify with logic. So what does that mean? If someone says they're interested, right, and then you just throw all the information at them, and which usually would include the price, right, it's going to be really, really easy for them to just say, no, I can't afford it, if you haven't actually uncovered the emotional reason behind why they said they were interested, because they might not even know the emotional reason of why they were interested. They just knew they were interested. Maybe they haven't given it a whole lot of thought. You don't realize that. Some people just feel uncomfortable in their own skin and they don't necessarily know why or how it's affecting them. So that's where it's your job as a coach to start asking questions to help truly uncover what is the motivation behind their wanting to get healthy. And that's step number 3, is ask a ton of questions. I almost said, and when I was making this presentation, had ask a shit ton of questions, but I didn't know if that would be appropriate to put there. I guess now I said it in the presentation. But ask a ton of questions. If you go to the files section in our Team Butterfly Effect page, there literally is a document called Ask a Lot of Questions, because you don't know what that person needs or wants or whatever their goals are. And so it's you're acting as a good coach and doing good customer service when you actually uncover what a person needs. Because here's the thing is what Josh needs is something completely different than what I need right now. What Raina needs is something completely different than what I need right now. What Jill needs is completely different than what Eva needs right now, quite possibly. Who knows? But it's to ask a ton of questions. So, for example, I'm going to give you examples of questions that I would ask people, and I'm going to tell you why I ask these questions. First question I always ask people, well, after why, why are you interested? They'll normally say, well, I'm looking to get healthy. Then I'll ask a question like, well, what does that even mean to you? What does get healthy mean to you? What exactly are your goals? And so then they might say, well, I need to lose some weight. Well, then my next question might be is, how far away are you from your goal weight? And then my next question would be, when was the last, so they'll say, I have 30 pounds to lose. Well, when was the last time you were 30 pounds heavier? Pause. Why do I ask that question? When was the last time you were 30 pounds heavier? Because it lets them know it's not going to happen in a month. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to get people's mind wrapped around that this is a wellness journey that is not a quick fix solution. We are not selling quick fix solutions. We are promoting and inviting people to join us in a lifestyle change, which is completely different. So you need to start grooming people and getting their mind wrapped around that. Well, how long ago were you 30 pounds heavier? Well, how long ago were you 30 pounds lighter? Well, then my next question would be, what were you doing then that you're not doing now? Okay, so it starts getting their mind wrapped around the behavior. Rena, give me a head nod or a head shake. Can you hear crazy chaos in the background right now? Can you hear? No, you can't? Okay, because my dogs are literally like dancing and fighting right next to me. So I need to know if I need to kick them outside. Okay, so how long ago were you 30 pounds lighter? How long ago what were you doing then that you're not doing now? Another question I always ask is, if you had something that you could do from home in 30 minutes, would you do it? Right? Starting to groom for the questions of, or do you prefer to work out at home, or do you prefer to work out at a gym? Because see, what some people may realize is that they would prefer to work out at a gym, but that they don't have, if they're going to go to a gym, they don't have time. And they start to look at their life situation and realize that they don't have time for that, and they really do need something that they can just do from home. So you try to really find out what the person's needs are. The next step I always ask is ask people if they have food allergies. Why? Because I need to know if Shakeology is going to be something that can help them or not. This is something I need for you all to know if you haven't read it on your bag of Shakeology already. People who have shellfish allergies, severe shellfish allergies, cannot have Shakeology. I'm going to say it again. People with severe shellfish allergies cannot have Shakeology. There is not shellfish in Shakeology, but it has written on the bag that it is processed in the same plant that also processes shellfish. So through my training and through my research, I know that our where it's made goes through an intensive cleaning between when it does the shellfish stuff and when it actually makes the Shakeology. So someone with a mild allergy, meaning that it was just a mild allergy, it's not going to affect. But someone who has a significant shellfish allergy, they should not have it. So I want to know that from the get-go. I also, and I have someone who I used to help who has a watermelon allergy. So guess what? She could drink all of our flavors, but not tropical strawberry because there's watermelon in that. So there's a couple different foods. So you need to know, as a coach, you don't want to recommend something that's going to send somebody to the hospital, right? So you need to ask those questions. Side note, listening to the podcast Inside Shakeology is going to make you more knowledgeable about Shakeology and the product you're using to help people. So how do I know all this about Shakeology? It's because I've done my time and done my research and my personal development to make sure I'm a good coach and know a lot about this product. Okay, so Inside Shakeology is an amazing podcast. Even if you're not wanting to sell the product, just knowing what you're putting in your body is pretty freaking powerful. Okay, knowing more about that. Okay, so I'll ask about if you have any food allergies. Another, I ask you if people have issues with portion control, because most people have issues with portion control. So I'm just asking a ton of questions. Do you have any injuries that I need to know about? Because so I can start formulating in my head if what we have to offer is truly going to be valuable for them. Because I'm not going to suggest they get started with a challenge pack if I don't think it's going to be the right fit for them. Maybe I find out that they have some severe food allergies and that maybe daily sunshine would be better for them instead of Shakeology. Maybe I find out that they really, really, really want to get like swole and bulk and like get some massive muscle. I think Shakeology is a great product for everybody. But in regards to finances, there's a lot of people, especially people who are big weightlifters, who are going to value our um, our performance line over Shakeology. They are already investing in a pre-workout, like an energy drink. They're already investing in a post-workout. So the whole idea of talking about a pre and post-workout is not going to be a hard sale. We're convincing them to buy Shakeology on top of the pre-workout they're already buying, on top of the post-workout they're already buying. That's going to be harder to get them into our community because they're not feeling the value of what Shakeology is because they're already investing so much money in different types of supplementation. So it's important to truly know what a person wants and a person needs. And if you have any doubt of the questions to ask, pull up that file in the Team Butterfly Effect page in the files section. It's called Ask a Lot of Questions, and just literally just pull up those up and ask questions. Or I am more than happy to coach you through conversations. So say if you get someone who you've invited and they say, yes, I'm interested. You're like, shit, I don't know what to say. So then you screenshot their reply and you message it to me and you say, Aubrey, what's the next question you would ask? Coach me through this. I'm more than happy to do that with you, especially with your first couple customers. You are not expected to be the expert here. That's what I'm here for. So use me, guys. Use me, okay? Step 4, set up a phone conversation or send ordering options. I'm a huge fan of setting up a phone conversation with people because I really like to break down the value of what we have to offer. So I'm going to share with you guys. Well, I will put in the comments of when I post this video in the team page, I'll post some of my scripts so you guys have them. But I like to break it down. Okay, Beachbody on Demand by itself is $100. Bag of Shakeology by itself is $130. Our portion control container system by itself is $30. So if you are going to buy all of those separately, you're going to spend about $260. However, right now we have a sale going on where you can get all of that for $150. So if you were looking at getting started with Beachbody on Demand, if you're looking at started and for $100, knowing that you could get a bag of Shakeology right now for $50, and knowing that all of our products come with a 100% money back guarantee, and that you can get all your money back if you're not happy with your purchase, what makes more sense to you? Does it make more sense to you to just do Beachbody on Demand for 100? Does it make sense to do just Shakeology by itself for 130? Or does it make more sense for you to do all of it for 150? Which, by the way, mind you, by this point in the conversation, I'll already know all of their goals. I'll already know all the tools that they need, right? And our challenge pack is always the best deal. However, if they're looking at, maybe they're a gym rat and really have no desire to work out at home, I'll remind them that, okay, well, you were just going to buy a bag of Shakeology for 130, but for 20 more bucks, you can get a year subscription for Beachbody on Demand. There's going to be a couple random weekends where you can't make it to the gym. I'll never forget there was one random winter, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that I was snowed in my house for 3 days in Texas, which never happens, right? And the gym was closed. And so I was forced to work out at home for those days. So you just really break down the value for people. And if they give you any sort of worrying about money, even if they're not interested in becoming a coach, I offer the coach opportunity. So say, for example, Josh, who's on this call right now, who just got signed up today. Whenever Josh and I were talking, one of his first comments to me was that he was really surprised at how much it cost. So I let him know, say, well, you do have the option for 150. You can sign up as just a customer, or you can sign up as a coach. And guys, it is up to you of whether or not you want to offer the coach opportunity for people who aren't interested in building a business right at first. Because if someone signs up as a coach instead of a customer, you're not going to make as much money off of them in the long run in regards to your commission and so on. However, it's an integrity issue for me. if I know someone is kind of worried about cost, I want to help them get the best deal that they can. And it just makes me feel good as a person to know that I'm helping the person with their life situation, help them up to the best of their ability. So you'll have to make that choice at your own discretion. But so you'll either set up a phone conversation or you can send my script that breaks down the 3 different options. And I just always end it with which makes more sense to you, option 1, option 2, or option 3. And people usually always go with option 3, which is the challenge pack, because it's just the best financial deal. And then once you know what a person wants to do, what they tell you they're going to do, then you generate a link via share a cart. And then you send them the link. And this is what I always do, friends, is I ask them, when do you intend to process your enrollment? Because I like to follow up on my end to make sure everything goes through okay. Why do I do that? I do that for a couple reasons. I do that because that truly is legit. Because I want to make sure everything goes through okay. Because people, when they buy a Beachbody product, if they don't go through a particular coach, they get assigned one. And I have had experiences in the past where someone bought Brazil butt lift 7 years ago off the infomercial in the middle of the night, forgot that they ordered it, forgot that they did it, forgot that it was Beachbody, and didn't even realize they had a coach. So when they processed their order, guess what happened? I didn't get the sale. It got processed through the old coach. Well, guess what? We were able to fix it, and you can fix it within like a couple days as long as you catch it. But had I not told that person, well, let me know when you process it, I wouldn't have known. And there might have been past the window to fix the sale. I was able to reach out to coach relations and be like, the sale was supposed to come through, and they verify, contact information to know that you are legit indeed in contact with that customer. But you have like a small window to make sure that it all goes through okay and that you get credit for it, that you get commission for it. Also, I ask people to tell me because you've had people that say, I'm going to do it, and then they don't. Right? So it gives me a means to follow up with them. So if they say, well, I'm going to do it on payday, on Friday, and then end of Friday comes and I don't see their order come through, well, had I not asked when they were going to process, I would have felt like I was bugging them to follow up, been like, hey, when are you going to order? 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 Well, they said they were going to order on Friday, and I never saw it come through. So it's just good customer service at that point to follow up. So I'll reach out with them on Saturday or maybe on Monday and say, hey, I never saw your order come through on Friday or over the weekend. Did your link work? Did you run into any problems? Normally, someone will tell you that they had something come up unexpected with their money. No, that wasn't an issue. And then it's a way for you to continue the conversation, okay? Because if that happens with people, it's usually, well, no, something just happened. I'm going to need to put it off for a couple weeks. Oh, okay, well, then that's fine. But at that point, it's just all about good customer service of how you can help them to the best of your ability. So, and then also once they tell you that you processed, it's good customer service to be able to get them added to your accountability groups as fast as possible. Send them the messaging that they need to get them plugged in, to get them started with their Beachbody on demand. And I'm able to do really great with customer service because I'm in communication with my customers. So, guys, that is it for that. So, I'm going to take everybody off mute real quick. And before we end for the day, did anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Oops. Did it hang up?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, there it is. Okay.
You're there. Anybody have any questions? Or have you been inviting and been stalling, having any issues or objections come up that you don't know how to handle?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
No, people just aren't interested.
Just people aren't interested right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's been your verbiage?
Other than the people that I invited to the group, I haven't really reached out to a ton of them because the people that I talked to before just they're not really interested. And then a lot of them, I know it's finances. So like with Shirag, he doesn't have a job right now.
Right.
So
Right.
he wants to, it's just really not practical. And then my sister-in-law also wants to sign up, but my brother just started his own business and she's in school and they have a kid. So it's all just mostly stuff like that where it's really they can't afford it if they do want to, or they're just, no, not really. I think they might feel like it's gimmicky. So the more that I share what's happening with me, the more they'll see it's not gimmicky.
Right. That's what sometimes people just have to do. They have to watch for a while to make sure that it's legit. I was that girl. My coach asked me to join her team for a year. And I said no probably 5 or 8 times over that year before I ever said yes. I thought it was a scam. I had to sit back and watch, make sure that it was legit, to make sure that I wasn't going to be throwing my money away. But something to also remember too, I remember right when I first got started that I kind of put it so if someone is interested and they maybe are a stay-at-home mom or something where they have a little bit of time on their hands, you can always remind them too that there is a business opportunity here. So if you're worried about, you really want to get healthy, but you really don't think you can afford it, then freaking commit to your own wellness journey. Go all in and share your results, because if you go all in and if you lose 15 pounds in your first month and a half, and then it's like, oh my gosh, people want to do it with you, and then it's a whole lot easier to get your investment back if you actually go all in on that level. So just seeds to plant, thought I would share. So anyway, I hope you guys have a freaking fantastic week. I will put the recording up. My guess is, if not in the next hour or two, I'll put it up by Monday. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Next Friday will be a community support call. So we'll be talking about our struggles and our successes, and we'll be mingling with the other challengers on the team. Brandy, thanks for calling in. Josh, thanks for calling in. Raina, thanks for calling in. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.